Recently, I asked someone how they were, and their reply was, living the dream, said with such heavy sarcasm and resignation, it stayed with me. It got me thinking, how often do we dismiss our potential for joy and fulfillment because life doesn't align with the dream we've envisaged for ourselves, or our current circumstances feel lacking? Many people think that moving countries is the path to living the dream. They long for something new, an adventure, a fresh start, a different pace, and they think that the new country will provide that. But how incredible would it be if, when asked the question, how are you, their reply would be, living the dream, said with authenticity and excitement? Not because they have moved countries, but because they've chosen to engage with life as if the dream were real, right where they are. This makes me wonder, is moving countries truly about the location, or is it how we choose to engage with our world? What if we practice that engagement right where we are without needing to uproot ourselves? It also sparks another question. Can we live the dream without ever moving countries? At a time when many people are seeking greener pastures, thinking a move overseas will solve their frustrations, isn't it conceivable that, as the saying goes, it's a case of jumping out of the frying pan into the fire? Someone approached me recently, desperate to leave the US. Their anguish was clear, but is the move the solution to their problems? Or are their expectations so high that disappointment is inevitable? Moving countries can be a powerful catalyst, a mirror reflecting what we value most and what we're most capable of. But it also reminds us that the dream is not out there. It's something we cultivate within, how we think, feel, and engage with our surroundings. A lady I spoke with shared how her 3 years in Spain had transformed her, not in obvious and dramatic ways, but in subtle, profound shifts. She described it as creating two versions of herself, the version who flourished in Spain and the version who re-emerged in the US when she returned to the US. Both equally valid and both equally her. It raises the question, do we shape our environment, or does our environment shape us? This idea echoed for me when I listened to The Magic of Thinking Big. The author raised the point that we are the product of our environment, that our thoughts and actions and our potential are heavily influenced by our environment. But at the same time, he points out that we have the power to curate our environment, what we feed our minds with, the people we allow into our lives, and the conversations we nurture. The lady's story and the author's wisdom remind me of the adage, you can take the boy out of the country, but you cannot take the country out of the boy. Our environments leave a lasting imprint on us. The lady who returned to the US is forever changed by her experience of living in Spain. But these imprints are not fixed. They evolve as we consciously choose what we carry forward with us and what we leave behind. This reminds me of my time in Turks and Caicos. The qualities that were brought out by me being there, by the breathtaking scenery, were curiosity, bliss, and attentiveness. But what if I don't have to return to Turks and Caicos to experience those? What if perhaps they were already inherent in me, waiting to be tapped into? What if I could generate them in my everyday life? What would my life look like? What could happen from thinking this way? This makes me wonder and ask you, what qualities does your dream evoke in you? And how can you bring those qualities into your life today? If moving countries is out of reach, how can you embrace discovery and transformation right where you are? Let this be an invitation, not to offer a solution, but something we explore together. Whether your dream feels immediate, imminent, or on the horizon, what if it's waiting for you to step into right now, right here? Thank you for being with me. Thank you for listening. Take care.